Alright, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to the new marquee matchups, the one and only one that we've actually had this week. And again, because it is the one later on in the week, EA are now doing this basically team of the week player, it seems, every single week. So that's great. It obviously gives you a guaranteed in-form player, so the rewards are always pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and complete all 4 challenges as always today, and I will open up all of the packs as well, see what we can get. We haven't had much luck of late, but hopefully my lack of luck has actually moved into like a big batch of luck for you guys. Anyway, if you do enjoy the video, find it useful, any of that sort of stuff, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button on today's video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. I do SBC stuff all of the time. So moving in then to the 4 challenges, we've got Dortmund versus Hoffenheim, Besiktas versus Fenerbahce, Utrecht versus Vitesse, and then Chelsea versus Borough. So we'll start at the first one, Dortmund versus Hoffenheim, a Bundesliga clash. So what we've got here is exactly 11 players from the Bundesliga are required. You're going to need 1 player from both Dortmund and Hoffenheim, and I think in my particular squads I've used Sahin and then this left striker who I don't actually know the name of, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. So you need 5 rare players at a minimum. So what I tend to do here is my method of actually completing these SBCs, knowing that I've got quite a lot of stuff in the club, and actually like I've not gone and bought a player tonight, I've literally used everything from my club, is if I know I've got loads of Bundesliga players, first off I'll go into my subs bench here and I'll just literally go over to the Bundesliga. I know that Dortmund are like the first team I need to look for, so I'll have a look what I've got in Dortmund, and then any player, like I wouldn't choose Socrates or Piszczek, but I might stick like Kagawa, Berkey, players on the bench that I'm not too bothered about that I could use, and then I'll do the same for Hoffenheim. So I have like a few players on the bench ready to go, and then what I'll do from there is I'll realise, okay, so I brought in Sahin and I brought in the left striker here, so I've only got 1 of my rare players needed, so I'll start putting in some rare players in the goalkeeper and defence, realise that I've then got all 5 that I need, and try and build the rest of the squad up to, well, with just non-rare players. And in this case, it's good, like we don't actually need an overall rating, so use your lower rated golds if possible. Just literally make sure you get exactly 11 players from the Bundesliga in there with 5 rares. Simple as that. And we are going to get ourselves a premium gold players pack, so that's a 25k pack, which is about as big as it normally gets in terms of like individual rewards when there's a team of the week pack up for grabs. So I'm not too shabby at the old 25k pack. I quite like that one. Besiktas versus Fenerbahce then. So Turkish League squad is what you're going to need. Here's an example, by the way. I've got Besiktas and Fenerbahce players on the bench. Ended up not using these guys, but I did use a few obviously in the team. You're going to need a mixture of 3 players from both of the clubs. So you can use 2 from one, 1 from the other, all 3 from one club. Whatever you've got the most of or whatever you find to be cheapest on the market. And you need exactly 11 players from the Turkish Super League as well. At least 4 nationalities. I mean, I've got loads of nationalities in mine. Actually got hardly any Turkish players. I think I've actually only got 3 Turkish players in the team, but that literally is just how it goes. Sometimes you've got more stuff in your club than meets the requirements. You do need 3 rare players, but again I've got way more than that in this one, simply because I didn't have the rating, enough rating if I use non-rare players in certain areas. Like, I guess, should we just see if I can get a different centre back in here? Have I gone past it already? Super League, centre back. What have we got? Have we got any other gold stuff? I mean, I could definitely put some of these guys in here because just the rare players themselves might go up in price. And have I got anyone else non-rare that I could use? Like, yeah, this guy works. So that saved me a little bit. I can sell on the rare players in a moment, and well, we've easily got enough rating. What about the left mid? Can I get him down to like this guy? Does that work? Yeah, that's good. Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this one. It's basically a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, which is a 15k pack, I believe. So far we're up to 40k pack worth of rewards, and we're halfway done. And for the final 2, we're going to get a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack again, so another 15k. That brings us up to 55. And then a Rare Gold Pack, which is another 25k pack, bringing us up to, what, 80? I don't know if I've done the maths right. I was just literally hardly even thinking about it in my head. Moving on though to the 3rd out of the 4th challenges. It is a Eredivisie team is what you're going to need. Well, You can do it a different way. You can just use like 6 Dutch players, and a way you would be able to do that, of course, would be to just use the goalkeeper, the defenders, and your CDM. If you use Dutch players from the Eredivisie, and of course get in both a Utrecht and a Vitesse player in that, then you can literally branch off from this league and not worry about it again. Like, you could use this whole upper half of the team as someone from a completely different nation, completely different league if you wanted to, because it doesn't say that you need exactly 11 players from the Eredivisie at all. So that's useful to know, I guess, but for me it was just easier to build an Eredivisie squad just because I didn't have the defenders in the club and stuff like that I needed in order to be able to do that exact like method. So I've decided to just go down the route of building a full Eredivisie squad because, you know what, it's just easier for me to do that, and I don't think these players are, well, they might go up in price, I'm not too sure though, and a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack for that one. You do need a 76 rating overall and 3 rare players, and as you can see, who are my rare players in this squad? Right centre mid, left mid, and striker for the team. So, going to submit that one, and we shall be done. Moving on to the final challenge then, the Premier League tie, Chelsea versus Middlesbrough. And for this one, you're going to need 1 player from each of the 2 different teams. You're going to need 5 rare players, but good luck just using 5. Like, I needed to use way more than that just because that helps me get that overall rating up. I didn't have high-rated non-rare players apart from Lucas and Negredo. So Negredo's actually the Middlesbrough player that I've used, and then I've used John Terry as my Chelsea player. For the rest of it, you've got to get an overall of an 81 rated squad, which is quite high, I guess. You'll see that we've used a few 82s along here to help boost the rating, and then everyone else just literally, I put them into the squad. Sometimes I come up with like an 82 or an 83 rated team and I'm like, okay, I can downsize a little bit. Sometimes I only get a 79 rated team, and then I know that I need to upgrade certain players. So that's what I've done here. I have a few players on the bench once again. Like, I wanted to use Batshuayi because I know he's never really a most expensive player, but it just so happens my highest rated Middlesbrough player was a striker, and there's only 1 striker spot available, so I used John Terry instead. Should be easy. That will get you like full chem pretty much, I'm sure. However, you might need position cards if you don't have loyalty on these 2, or just use 2 other 79 rated players from the Premier League that are centre mid. They just work for me because they were already in the club. So a rare gold pack for that one. Unfortunately, not a rare gold players pack. That would be a 50k pack, but we will get a nice 25k pack to end it off and unlock that full team of the week player. Well, not a full team of the week. That would be great, wouldn't it? Just the 1 player. But you know what our luck has been like lately, so I'm not really expecting much, and I don't actually think that was a very costly marquee matchups itself. Sometimes the requirements have been so much higher recently. So, like, you know, you'd get into Real Madrid and stuff, and you'd need like 4 players from that league who play for Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid or something like that. So it's been expensive lately. This one I feel like wasn't particularly expensive, so it doesn't really matter. I'm sure I could break even by selling the players on from this, and of course we have got a team of the week player at the end. So moving on in, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. Can we get anything from these regular packs? Small flares to start us off, and we're going to get Herman the German, I'm pretty sure that is. It is 81 rated. He's very quick and he's got good dribbling, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever really used him. So we do pack ourselves a Besiktas player who's not from Turkey. So he will sell, and I'll probably go ahead and sell those players later on, the ones that I don't need. Oh, we've got a Catalyst as well. I'll definitely take that. And then these guys, not sure, like, I'll try and sell them, and I'm going to discard the rest. I don't need like the contracts and fitness anymore. I'll keep squad fitnesses, of course. No walkout. Can we get a big flare? No, we're going to get 3 small flares, and that's going to be Bruma. Is that his name? Christ, you know you've been playing this game too long when like random Portuguese players in the Turkish league are you know by name. But yeah, that's just me. This is my life, of course, isn't it? On FIFA, we get an engine chemistry style and a maestro and a squad fitness, so that's all right. And then another Turkish league player and a Bundes player that we can sell on because they are obviously needed for the challenge. So, rare gold pack then, before we open the players pack. Boom, rare gold pack, what can we get? Come on, small flares again. I mean, this is just typical, isn't it? This is what happens to me. We do get an 83 though. It is Trap, who I think like 2 weeks ago when we had this pack, I managed to get in form. We get Abu Bakar as well, who is a great player. Some of the special versions of him are absolutely amazing. If you know, if you watch the Road to Glory, you know. And of course, he's a Besiktas player who is actually from a different nation as well. So that will definitely sell. I'm going to keep all this stuff because I like the rare stuff. And we'll send this guy to the transfer list and discard the Argentina kit. So 2 packs left then. One's a full player pack and one is just one in form. Let's go for this player pack then. Can we get something special or good? No, small flares. Who's this? Kaká. I've actually seen this guy play live. I went to watch an Orlando match a couple of years ago, a year ago. I'm not too sure when it was. But I think they won 1 or 2-0 and Kaká got 1 or both of the goals. I can't really remember because it was that long ago. So, not great from these packs, but I've got 1 left. And we'll send this lot to the transfer list. We've now got the Team of the Week player. Boom! Just going to open it. It's not a walkout. Please just be a good one. Come on, please. Who is this? Who even is that? Alton top. It just sort of sums it up, really, doesn't it? 80 dribbling, 80 shooting is about as good as it gets for him. And I know at this point in time, everyone's already done this. I'm a bit late to it today, so the value of this guy is not going to be very high. I'll keep him for now, but that is the marquee matchups for you guys today. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Hopefully you get better luck than me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.